Ready? So heating on and off is just your end button here. So literally just hold the button down for a couple of seconds and your screen will light up. So on the front screen here, what we can see, the first one you want to see is the black plug there. So that lets us know that this is running off the 240, the mains. If that black plug isn't there, what it is that orange light on the top of your consumer unit. You haven't got that orange light switched on. So all you need to do, if the black plug isn't there, go to your consumer unit and just press the orange light for heating and hot water. The next one it shows us on here is just your internal thermostat. So it's saying it's 29 degrees inside here at the minute, which I believe because it's hot. So to use the screen, just press the menu button once and this brings up our options here. Top one is just your thermostat for your central heating. So you obviously just set your thermostat whatever level you want your heating system to kick on at. Next one down is your hot water. So that's your hot water off. First one up is your hot water on. The second one up is hot water boost. So what this is on your system, when you want hot water and heating, you need to have that water in the middle. So it's just water on. What it is if you have it on water boost, what that's doing now is concentrating all its power into reheating up that hot water tank. So if you try and use your heating system now, it won't kick in because it's sending the majority of its power to the hot water boiler. So you just need your water down. The only reason you'd have that turned up onto boost is if your darling wife's had a shower and nicked all the hot water. So you want to speed up the process of heating up your water. The next two down are your power selects. So the electric one here, obviously all the way down, that's your electric off. And then you've got 1 kilowatts, 2 kilowatts or 3 kilowatts. And all that is the amount of electricity you send into that heating system. The more power you send to it, the faster it'll heat up. It'll work perfectly fine on 1 kilowatts. All it is it'll take longer to get up to the desired temperature that you want it up to. The one below it here is just your gas, and it's just as easy as gas on. So when it's green, it's gas on. When it's blue, that's your gas off. And it will run with electric and gas. So again, all that is when your heating system kicks up, because you're sending electricity and gas to it, it'll just speed up the process of everything heating up for you. Okay? Yeah. Happy with the basics on there? Yeah? So, next one now, the little spanner. So, these are all your menus now. So the first one is simply just day and time. So you can set a date and a time on it. Or the day and the time, sorry. The little moon symbol. What this one is you can set a night mode, so if you like it colder when you're in bed, you can literally have a reduced temperature, so your heating system automatically knocks down a few notches, so you're not quite so hot when you're in bed. And then obviously you've got a start time and a finish time on that timer. Next one across is just the opposite, so it's a day timer. So if you like it warm when you wake up in the morning, you can set a timer, so say at 9 o'clock in the morning, as it says on there, it'll heat up to whatever degrees you want it to heat up when you wake up. Next one, egg timer, is a delayed start timer. So this is where if you've got it on a permanent pitch, or even if you've got it parked outside your house, what you can do is program this so the van comes on, everything heats up, and then it closes down again. Main reason for that is you can leave it on that timer, so when you get down to it on a Friday afternoon, it's all nice and warm and ready for you. Prioritise, all this one is what energy source it's looking for initially when you turn it on. I would leave it on electric, because 9 out of 10 of us were always plugged into the electrics anyway. So, next one across is just for offsetting the thermostat. So all that is if you've got another thermometer internally in the van that reads a different temperature, you can adjust this so it matches up with your other thermometer that you've got inside the van. Then, next one down, we've got the backlight. It's just the amount of time that your screen stays lit for. Then the lovely little Pac-Man. What this is an antibacterial feature inside your hot water tank. So it'll superheat up the water inside the tank and just neutralises any bacteria that's in your tank. And it just does all that automatic. All you need to do is literally have it on, and it'll just happen in the middle of the night when hopefully you're catching some Zeds. So, pump settings, all this one is you can change it from thermostatly controlled to constantly running. Don't know why you'd want it constantly running. You can feel how hot it is in here now. You'd cook if you put it on normal. So just always leave that on thermostat, and then you're in control of your heating. So, key beep, whether you want it to beep or not every time you press the button. Language, if you want to speak French or German to it. And EXT is external, where you can get an extra bit of equipment fitted to this. It's like a mobile phone, and it means you can use your telephone over the internet to control your heating panel. And then, oh sorry, next one down, anything that's greyed out of features that are available on Aldi, but they're not set up on your van here, so I wouldn't worry about them ones. And then we're down to the good old, so service button, any alarm codes or anything like that, literally press the service button and it'll bring you up the code for it. Good old reset, so if it's ever not doing what it's supposed to do, just hit the reset and all it does is close it down and reboot it back up into factory settings for you, so it's like a default button. And then installed accessory, so it's a bit like an iPhone this, you can go onto the Aldi website and have other features added to it if you wanted to. And then other than that, we're back to the front. Okay.
So at the moment, how do we check everything is off, it should be, so it's not draining, taking from anywhere? Right, so nothing is operational now, everything's on.
Yeah, for your heating system, that is. Yeah, so that heats the system on and off. One thing I will show you, do you know when your heating's in operation? So you know when it's heating up or not. So, I'll try, but I may struggle. So, turn your heating up. I'll try and turn it up to 30, hopefully it'll kick in now. It may say it's too hot in here. Let's just try. Right, you see these little circles in the corner? That indicates that your central heating system's working. So if you're ever in here and you're thinking, oh, it's a bit chilly, have a look. You may just need to turn your thermostat up a bit. Don't be so much, say in your house, you're like, oh, I always have it on 19 and that's perfect in my house. Try and get away from that, because you may find what you think's 19 degrees isn't as such. So you may, if you're ever cold, the easiest thing to do is just always just knock your thermostat up a few times. And then once you see this circle pattern in the corner, you know then that your heating's working and everything's heating up for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's about it, really, if you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've noticed I've been quiet.
Yeah.